Got a certain girl getting all handsy with her hands on things. She has two of them.
It's actually weirder to me seeing her actually use her hand to manipulate that lever than just sort of bopping it with her nub.
Bop.
Honestly, like, I worked, like, the first dude I ever worked for, he was missing 2 fingers on his left hand, and I didn't notice until, like, 6 months into me working for him. And it was so weird to me to watch him type because he like did touch typing with his one hand and did hunt tech with his other.
That's a strange combination, but I guess it doesn't have other.
You adapt.
It was fast for him.
Depends on the fingers, maybe.
Made me want to be back on the streets.
I need to be refreshed, Robokai, because I thought, oh no, you don't kill everybody, you only kill the bad men. So you didn't kill Stilton, correct? I mean, you must have knocked him out.
Well, this is Cool Guys Run. I killed Stilton because you can never be too certain. Also, I wanted to show off the bad timeline.
When you're finished, oh, God. I'm so confused. This is what happens when we have to comment on things 4 times.
Hey, he's wearing a wrap on his head. You ain't getting through that. I'm sorry, a hat.
Nice job. Nice job, cool guy.
Yeah, no, this one's me. This one's me, and I'm doing. That dude has one hell of a skull. I wanted to knock him out to just like take those guys out of the equation right now, but it doesn't really matter that much. So I made myself feel better by punching some poor man in the dick.
I'm just gonna cross my legs. There we go.
Did it really make you feel better?
We watch you do that so many times in these Let's Plays anyway, so the novelty's worn out.
I mean, I always feel better after I punch men in the dick, so I highly recommend it to everybody.
Just not your own dick. Punching your own dick is just, it kind of defeats the purpose. I mean, in case that needed to be refreshed for everybody.
Unless you're like a Prince Regent of France, and then it defeats the purpose.
Was that a joke on Rochambeau being a French name?
No, it was the Delphine.
What?
Delphine. There were layers.
Oh.
No, it wasn't. Nobody got it.
Okay.
There was one.
It was a good one.
No, I'm afraid I'm a complete Luddite when it comes to that sort of stuff. So I'm afraid I cannot pass what you said.
He was like Louis XIV or something. They called him the Dauphine Prince. It's like Dolphin, and then defeating the purpose, but then defeating the purpose. The layers.
Okay,
you get it now. Look, it's just cool guy. You're bad.
I was just trying to get them all in the same area.
Just fucking chloroform me at this point, guys.
Is this the part where I should admit I actually did know what the joke was, but I just really wanted to make you explain it?
It just wasn't funny. It was too much. That's okay. My next joke will just have to be about boobies.
Also, you're still commentating with me. When we come to jokes that don't work, I've still got you all beaten by a mile.
So you reckon they'll release Dishonored 2 babies?
Well, I mean, there's not going to be any babies for Lucia per this letter.
Rough.
I don't know. She seems like a lady with a wild streak.
Give me that spiritual pool bone charm. Help me do the thing. Just let me lean, crouch down next to you, and see anywhere else that would be sexual harassment. You've done well. Just ignore the man with the mask.
I mean, I'm just saying, somebody with a mask haunting around is basically never good news.
I wonder if the void is radioactive.
I mean, it's definitely going to make you have a much worse day in very weird ways that are definitely going to give you cancer.
Man, that chair she was sitting in.
Gross.
That is like some novelty chair stuff. It's like, I'm gonna sit in the chair So when I sleep in that chair, it kind of looks like someone's blowed my brains out.
And I get some blood on my shaved head. Moisturizing.
Ooh, that would be an interesting novelty chair.
Oh, you know, it's novelty blood, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's just corn syrup.
I have no idea what that guard was doing, by the way. He just sort of put his hands on his knees and like coughed a couple of times or something.
Getting ready for his medical.
It's because he's still recovering from his self-dick punch.
Sure, we can go with that.
She's like, as your commanding officer, I tell you to dick punch yourself. Yes, ma'am. Oh, Jesus.
That's why they had some red health potion right there.
It'll be worse if you don't do it, Billy.
That's what happens in low chaos. Instead of people killing one another, it's just wholehearted, like, self-dick punching.
I will say, as part of like the routing here, I originally came in more directly, and the blood flies actually killed me. There's so damn many of them in this room. I had to reapproach how I was dealing with it.
I don't think I've ever died to blood flies.
There were... So, despite the fact that you can get through this level really, really, really quickly if you don't care about all the side stuff, it's very easy to just have it kill the shit out of you with the watchtower and blood flies and all the guards that are running around.
This sounds like the voice of experience, my dear.
It's really the watchtower.
Yeah, there's lots to find and fight around here. I quite like it. Hello.
I was hoping for something a little more saucy in that book.
Look, the man was very devoted to his fan fiction.
What, just because the dude's name is Claudio?
Well, it's called The Knife of Dunwall. I was kind of hoping, like, the lusty Argonian maid kind of.
Lusty Argonian man. You realize there was a book like that in Dishonored 1 and Robokai, and I did a dramatic reading of it, right?
Yeah, not the Prince of Tivia.
No. No, I did not know that.
There's the Prince of Tivia, and then there was the sequel, which
that's
is
right.
like where
Yes.
where the daughter find like of the Prince
Yes.
of Tivia and her granddaughter are like talking about the books, and then it you know, more Tivian royalty things happen.
You're correct. I remember now.
Man, this shit sounds intricate.
Yeah, it gets really weird.
Yeah, it's like the second one's like, I read all those things about them. Were they true? And it's like, you know, like then the getting uncomfortably close part.
Yeah, no, it's about as complex as a Chuck Tingle novel, okay?
Do you like delicacies? Try some of my sausage. Mmm. Oh. You scared him.
Get back here!
Just throwing a head at him.
You
go.
scared him, and then you punched him in the face.
Yeah, I punched him in the face because nobody can have a better mustache than me. That's against the law.
That's why he's punching everybody in the face.
Corvo, I mean, I guess kind of Corvo has a mustache. He just has, like, stubble stash.
Yeah, exactly. Like, Robokai got it in one. That's why everybody gets punched in the face.
He can't grow a mustache, so everybody suffers.
Weird mustache that looks like pubes. No, wait! Pube stash!
No, you bastard!
Money, 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 money.
To work in the mines.
Eh.
Don't recommend.
I don't recommend you looking up from your game.
You didn't punch them.
Oh, you know what? Dude actually managed to get out of after working in the mines. You know what? Congratulations to him.
Yeah, I mean, and he doesn't look like he's dying of emphysema, so
Very bootstrappy.
That was the
you
post
go.
Yeah,
takedown
we gotta
punch.
go.
There's the pre-punch and the post-punch.
both of those things have very, very important roles in the punch hierarchy.
Stun mine.
Yes.
Also, P.S. It's time to get smoking nuts.
Oh, I love it.
Mmm. Speaking of rolling with the punches, it's time for another outsider chit-chat.
You're back at the heart of your homeland.
This is the man that I want to punch most of all, but they won't let me.
Well, not until the next game anyway.
Are you okay? Are you having an attack?
No, I'm nodding. I'm like answering his questions by shaking my head and nodding at him.
I'm just seeing giant hands wave around the screen.
Are you ever gonna be comfortable back in Dunwall? Yes. Yes, I will, because it means I won't have to talk to you anymore.
His hands are larger than his entire head.
Well, you know what they say about a dude with big hands.
He's got to have a big collar to pop.
It's done well. Everybody has to row, so everybody's got really big row grasping hands.
Yeah.
Bro grasping or grasping? I'm sorry, everybody. I just woke up.
You better be ready to leave something behind.
Bye.
It's fine. Everything's fine. This is actually a halfway decent book that I left on for more than a quarter second because there's a couple of people who were just like, I actually read these things, cool guy, and I'm like, okay, I can listen.
It's called pausing the video, guys.
It's
Trust
called
me, it
going on
works.
the wiki and reading it.
In their defense, with how hard I am usually smashing escape, they've got like 3 frames.
I believe in their skills and dedication
Yep. Pro strat.
to the lore of a game they are not playing.
There's a wiki. They can just go look it up. Someone always transcribes that shit.
There's one more howler.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's under
There's
you.
one more howler right below me, and I thought for certain that I was gonna bring her running with, the literal flashbang I just threw out, but no idea where she got
It's
to.
very easy to lose these howlers. I don't know where they all disappear to.
Hey lady, there you are.
Are they perhaps under your feet or at the end of your blade, Rose?
Speaking of under my feet. That was a very well-timed comment.
Did you just lose track of the corpses, maybe?
I mean, she's got shadow kill, so it's not like that's ever a real problem for her.
I actually don't think I get Shadow Kill until this episode, as it happens.
Okay, well, that shows you exactly how
Yeah.
much I've been able to keep up with all of that.
Yep.
P.S. There's one more howler in here.
And you scared the shopkeeper. He'll come back. He's fine. Leave.
Yeah,
Come back.
he was gonna get scared regardless.
No, he's-
So you know what?
Sorry,
Yeah,
school and I were in our own little in-joke there.
I'll be back eventually. Like, I actually need to come back to this guy because there's one particular blueprint in this level that is absolutely vital for me to have as long as humanly possible. So it's one of the only times where I actually double back on myself.
Yeah, and I forgot to do that, and I didn't rob the guy.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna rob the crap out of the guy. Like, that is happening.
Oh no, not his crap. He needs that. He needs that to sell.
He can always get new crap. He can have more beaten into him.
I like his old crap better than his new crap.
Where'd it go?
Have a bottle of pear soda.
Here we go.
Proud to say we are still open and fully stocked despite the recent incidents.
I mostly chose that one because it makes Corvo's pistol look absolutely tactical as fuck.
Yeah.
Well, we'll
I
have
was
to
gonna say,
see.
you don't really use the gun.
You will be seeing it, by the way. It is.
It always struck me as a really weird option because I think I said it during my run. You basically have the option to turn your crossbow into a machine gun, and your pistol into the crossbow. It's just like,
Yes, let me turn my weapons into shittier versions of each other. That's smart.
And I mean, turning the crossbow into the machine gun. It is still the crossbow. Like at heart, you could still use it as the sniping weapon. So I still don't understand why you would want why you would want another sniping weapon. I'm sorry, universe.
The niche is filled. However, it looks absolutely absurd, and I giggle every time it comes up on the screen. So that, and I don't use my pistol anyway. So that's basically what we're gonna see.
Idiot.
1, 2, 3. The door keeps slamming.
Go
on
get
me.
your soap. Go get your 5 or 6 soaps. There's 3 soaps. Then there's 2 more soaps.
Well, I can get at least a couple more bathing
Oh
salts.
no.
I don't get the other 2 soaps.
Oh,
Smash
no.
and soap.
I guess you can't call it a clean getaway.
It's not slippery enough.
Not yet.
Running.
I don't even remember what I'm doing right now.
Well, you haven't gone back to the boat yet, have you?
No, the boat comes later.
No, you're going back to get your blueprint.
Oh, that was it, right. I wanted to buy explosive bullets while I had the chance.
The city.
Well, actually, no. I just realized it was... Now I'm remembering this. I realized it was explosive bullets and got incredibly disappointed.
Oh, because you wanted the one from the palace, huh?
Yeah. Basically, the palace has sneaky feet, and I didn't remember what, combustion small combustion chambering meant, and I was like, what the hell is that? Oh, explosive bullets.
Yeah, to be fair, you've probably robbed the shop by now normally when you're playing it, so you have to wait till after the Duke's Palace anyway, and then you've got like 3 of them to cash in.
So I left in a couple of outtakes here from my failed attempts.
Ooh, failure. This will be different.
No offer. I'm not that kind.
I will say, first playing this game, I died a lot of stupid things.
What?
Whoa, lady! Lady!
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa.
Are you all right?
So that didn't make
is-
the cut either.
That is alarming.
Unfortunately. Yeah. I felt like those had to stay. That couldn't just be lost to the ether.
No, that is amazing. I appreciate that you're showing us that. This lady she was out so hard that she awoke fused to the tray.
It looked like she was being hung. That's I gotta be honest.
Yeah, absolutely bizarre.
Alright. Time to push these guys into the water?
Nah, remember that kills them.
I know.
Robokai knows. He knows.
Fortunately,
Is that such a bad thing?
it is for clean hands. I got it. It's fine.
But they're just begging for it. Like, how can you not drown them?
I mean, they're being
Particularly that dude talking about swimming.
authority in the Dishonored universe and sitting near a pool of water. It's just like, it has to happen.
Yeah, it's worth noting that that's one of the few scenes slash like scripted scenes slash what I call constellations that doesn't break immediately when you attack one of the people involved.
I'm sorry, constellations?
Yeah, he calls formations of he just calls these formations of guards a constellation.
It's a game design term. I see those dudes also are talking to each other and everything. But the instant you mess with them, everything breaks, right? They stop talking, like they just go right back to their normal behavior. Those two guards at the canal side will only react when it's time for the other person's line, and they didn't, and they're not responding.
Yeah, do it.
Anyway, so
You've got a long way to run.
up ahead is an instructional image on how I felt
Are you
this
gonna
rat was
make
thinking
it?
through this moment.
I'm not gonna make it. I'm a rat. Oh, you did it!
I'm a rat. Suck my dick. I'm a rat.
You're lasting much longer as a rat than I thought you would.
Oh dear, nicely done.
Yeah, no, I basically just completely ruined that dining hall as one rat. I am not sorry about this.
That is the most fun thing to do with possession. It's not great for utility, but it's great for, like, messing with rats.
I originally tried to run through as a god damn it. I originally tried to run through as a wolfhound, and it turns out that if you put a stun mine on a wolfhound's back, the stun mine will activate on.
Yeah, it just stuns them.
How very unfortunate.
I mean, it makes sense, but ouch.
I do also want to say I appreciate that thanks to that reusable sleep dart bone charm you've got, you pulled like a sleeping dart out of a dog and you intend on firing it into a human being.
Damn straight. I don't give a crap about needle safety, man.
If you have the bone charm,
Ooh, that's
Out of the way,
right.
boy.
if you have the bone charm that lets the white wolfhounds fight on your side, will putting a stun mine on them still activate it?
Oh, we are entering science territory.
I imagine yes, but that's entering science territory.
So that's science.
Anyway, so basically what I'm thinking right now is I took the note off the captain's desk, and I figured out that the real Duke is in his chambers. That means that the fake Duke is at one of a couple of other places. It's ideal if the real Duke is somewhere else, because there's always somebody in the chambers. But now, the Grand Throne Chamber is one of the places he can be. I checked there. I didn't see any red uniform, so I figured he wasn't here.
Also, fuck that room, by the way.
Yep, that shocking thing wrecks your day.
Very easy to get your shit kicked in.
Smash.
Oh.
Oh, my foot!
I was just sitting there trying to think of which way I wanted to disable this guy.
I kind of feel like Cool Guy, his assault methods, like, it's really smash and grab. Like, I know smash and grab is like a robbery term, but it's literally what Cool Guy does when he... What?
I was trying to knock that woman out so I could do this relatively cleanly.
I know, she was tough.
It's all the murder, probably.
That girl's my kind of woman for taking 2 bottles on the chin and just being like, hit me again.
Huh?
She can handle her drink.
Trouble in this part of town? Smash. In the face. Is he there?
Anyway, so checking this area, and that's it.
Oh, he's never there for me. He's only ever been there like once.
Yeah, I've never seen him there.
Even if you can't see him right there, just the fact that you can see two red uniformed guards is a dead giveaway.
Okay, this is gonna take some finesse.
And for what it's worth, you guys should be happy that you've never seen him there, because that is literally the worst fucking place for him to possibly be.
Yeah, it's really hard to get to him there.
Yeah, no, that seems like a really bad place.
It's insanely painful. But I figured it out. It's fine. We're just gonna sit here and watch this one. Mr. Birdley is getting perforated.
That is disassembly at its finest. Goddamn.
Efficient spring razor work.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the reason why I bought the Spring Razor's Fire Twice thing. They become insta-gib on clockworks. Of course, you have to be really damn careful that nothing else is in the radius.
Yeah. Oh yeah, everything gets blended.
Unsurprisingly, the way that I end up having to deal with this is, again, time stop. I'm honestly not 100% sure how you would do this cleanly if you didn't have time stop.
Yeah, it's tough because you can't, like, scare him. If you scare him, he won't talk to you.
And if you just, like, pop down behind him and start talking to him, the wolfhound gives you away, and then the guards perforate you in the middle of their conversation.
Ooh. Oh, you were lucky there. Doggy!
I was mashing F.
Oh, he was painting the wolfhound. That is so cool.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and he's actually an incredibly good painter.
When I found him there before the one time, I think he was painting like a bowl of fruit.
I'm here to take him down, but I might need your help. Do you want to listen to what I have to say?
All right, you've figured it out. But if you're not here to assassinate the Duke, what do you want?
I love
have no
Vincent
doubt
D'Onofrio.
you'd be a more agreeable Duke than Luca Abel.
I love this because this is like the foundation of like so many conspiracy theories.
That you are the Duke.
It all began on...
And it's such an old conspiracy theory too. They replaced him with the body double thing. I mean, even Ieyasu Tokugawa.
That's why he acts so different now.
Seems like this is why you don't get a double in the first place.
The real Duke is locked up in the insane asylum.
Like there was this belief that Ieyasu Tokugawa, the guy who basically like won the Sengoku era, was killed during the second siege of Osaka, and like was replaced with his double. Which is always pretty funny. But it's just like it's just something that's just been there for so long. It goes even further back, I'm sure. Post your favorite historical body double conspiracy theory, everybody.
Yeah, no, that is definitely something I would like to see people post in the comments. Just just post on all of those conspiracies because they're always great. This is one of the few times where it's literally true.
For the people here, not as the hand-chosen puppet of your empire. If you agree with that, just render the Duke unconscious and bring him to his...
I like how he so clearly has thought all of this out in very extensive detail before.
When you hate your boss.
This conversation was the time when I was like, okay, I get you, my guy. Like, because the background of the body double is that he was just like some random dude, probably lower class, working class, and then he just happened to resemble the Duke. So it was like, okay, cool. Now we're in on this. We're talking, and you're living in luxury, but you work for a colossal asshole. Just like that would definitely be the way I keep my sanity. Is just basically figuring out I am going to ruin that man someday. Like, that would be how I would cope.
I suppose it's not like you can really quit as easily.
Oh no.
Oh no, that's a life job, and a job you're expected to be used as bait to die for as well. Like there is an inevitability to that sort of a job that one day someone's gonna finally get tired and look at a bell and you're fucked.
If you kind of listen to him while he's walking around talking to himself, and then also if you mesmerize him, he'll say stuff like, I hope he chokes on the fish bones tonight, or I think there was some other stuff like how I wish he would fall over dead. So he thinks about it a lot.
It does raise an interesting succession crisis, because obviously Duke Lucabelle has no wife and he has no children.
P.S. I'm metagaming here for your amusement. You're welcome.
Yes, you are.
Dude, I love metagaming.
I feel like
Wish I could marry
Sir
it.
Kronos, I mean, the way Cool Guy plays it, it's gonna end up like as a democratic regency or something anyway, so...
Just breaking everything and the game will crash, and the other 20 minutes of this video is just going to be us staring at a blank screen.
Well, it is entirely possible. It is entirely possible to create a fully democratic.
Nobody even asks for that. They're just like, yeah, sure, you're the fake Duke, let's go. Like, they totally understand. Don't forget your egg.
Yeah, no, I want you to keep that in mind, because like when we watch this cutscene here, there's an amazing moment where the woman that responds to the body double, she looks between the two of them, pauses for about a quarter second, and is just like, yes, sir, okay then. Like, she knows exactly what is going on, and she does not give a shit.
I hope that, like, the new Duke, he's like, I'm gonna go on a diet now. I'm gonna, like, wear some different clothes. And he just basically gets to be himself again.
And he kind of references that in some of his post-scene dialogue, which I get all of, so don't worry about that.
Okay.
We'll have something to talk about.
Okay.
Yeah, just watch this captain.
Would help if you zoomed in on her.
I can't zoom.
Oh, stupid cutscenes.
Seems that he took his role a little too seriously.
She slapped him.
Like, she looks back and forth like 4 times.
She
And she's
knows.
just like, uh-huh. She knows exactly what is going on.
She sounds resentful of having to watch hundreds of orgies.
I like that. I think I understand your evidence.
Uh-huh. Even the goons with her are just like cracking their knuckles at this idea.
Then he like quietly goes with them. Like, fine.
Hold it, listen.
No! Stop! I am the Duke of Circurus! You can't do this!
Dr. Hypatia at Adamire will know what to do.
I'm sure Dr. Hypatia would like to get her hands on this prick.
Well, I mean, I'm sure she would like to see that raise.
Okay, before you go and use it, that little microphone nook down there with just a chair and a table with like some fruit and some wine and the microphone right next to it, that is where Duke Bell sits and tells his country about his freaky blood ocean dreams and about how the Empress is like, she's a crazy imposter who uses black magic.
While eating a
As quickly
banana.
as I can, I'll turn over the palace guard. That will help cover me. Once you're off for Dunwall, I'll wait for your messages.
This is one of the times where you get like the idea that the double is no idiot. He's just like, I'm gonna fire everybody here. Nothing personal. It's just this is gonna help cover me because nobody will have any context.
Yeah, because like these people have served the previous Duke.
But
They won't, they won't know.
He's gonna wake up with a hell of a backache.
Ah, well, he's going out with one last orgy, so it's always good to see.
he kind of is. He's going out as he lived his life on a bed with his with his pelvis in the air.
He can't say he died to see Luca,
Yes.
but you can definitely say if I was going to
He's
get
exiting.
if I was going to get usurped, I would definitely want someone to electrocute me into an orgy. That's for sure.
Electrocute you into the weirdest position possible.
Look.
Everybody sees you and they just have absolutely no respect for you thereafter.
Duke Luca Abel, I would probably be just as awful as a leader, so it's okay, no one would respect me anyway. I always refer to him by his full name, I notice.
Dude, Luca Abel. That's what I keep saying. She needs to get away, because I am totally gonna spring razor this clock.
Like, get out of the way, lady! It's a bomb!
Ball of scissors.
What do you think some of Duke Luca Abel's orgy nicknames are? I mean, I think the obvious one is Dick Luca Abel. I would call him Dick Licker Abel. Good.
Well, that's when he brings out his own brand of spirits, it will be the Dick Licker.
She's fine, as you can see.
It's fine.
She's fine, as you can see. Throws her in a boneless heap.
Blade conversion.
Yeah, that's another one that I've really never been quite sure why they put it here of all places, because it's like your blade does more damage to witches, or your blade does more damage to clockworks. Clockworks are done, Holmes. By the time you get this thing, you are through with them.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're
there's
over.
a couple in the next level. Or if you ran here, there'd be a bunch around.
There's way more witches, though.
Are
That's
there
the
way
thing.
more witches?
It's like a sea of witches.
Are there really? Because you haven't seen my video yet.
Yeah. Oh no.
Aww.
Anyway, so this is
Yeah.
a conversation between Kieran Jindosh, who I left an idiot, and the Duke's representative, basically figuring out that he's an idiot
Yep.
now.
The discovery that his genius is now gone back to the simpler times of just pulling bugs apart.
Yeah, I feel like maybe his inner evil is still, revealing itself.
His inner evil is still there. She says while he's talking about pulling the legs off defenseless bugs. What
I
are
know, you kind
doing
of-
here?
Oh my god! Don't listen to
You
that.
kind of feel bad for him, but then he's like, I like to watch them wriggle while they die. I'm like, he's a bad child.
I remember the undertaking
Yes.
you're talking about now. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Excellent.
I'm
What can I
an
tell you?
idiot now.
Had a visitor, I think. Or maybe they came for Sokolov. It's hard to recall the details. Anton wouldn't help, but I was close to finding a way.
I love this finale to this.
Striking copper all
He just completely flies off the fucking rails.
mechanism. Wait.
He's got, like, fumes at his desk.
The beetles we found today, I'm going to give them all. This is useless. What am I going to tell Duke Luca?
Don't matter, boy.
Well, I'm sure the very reformed Duke Luca Abel will be very interested in hearing that the murder soldier system is now defunct, because he was probably going to have to dismantle that anyway.
Oh, that solves one problem of mine.
Like, I can't really maintain good relations with the new boss who could like basically out me. by
At the absolute least, he could probably come in here and stab me. Really?
Yeah, I
easily.
suppose that's also a very true point. It's not just a case of yes, like he knows my secret. It's also he also knows how to sneak into my house completely unnoticed.
Be on your way.
And being all of my mates in the head with with bottles.
Empty bottles.
The way she said "out" then it's like just wow,
Out.
it's
Oh.
beautiful.
Out/ow. I do love this little area though, simply because like the Duke can also spawn here in Delilah's chambers, and if he does, the place is just an absolute clusterfuck. There's like four different red suited guards plus the normal one. Later, lady.
Smash and grab.
I want someone to do like a ratio of how many women get beamed in the head with bottles as opposed to men in this level.
It's a fair question. I'm not 100% sure about that.
Yeah, trigger warning. Uncomfortable gender dynamics.
Just wanna say.
It's not even something that I was even thinking of. It was just.
Oh,
a matter
I
of,
know you're not even conscious of it. I just was like, damn, he's beating a lot of ladies in the face with bottles.
It's just a matter of this is quicker and easier, and there's a bottle nearby.
Yeah.
Somehow that's not reassuring.
I don't know. Why did he put a dead tree in the middle of his treasury?
Floaty Empress looks so funny here. I don't know why.
It's because she almost looks like she's smiling, but she has like the saddest text ever, even when she's not supposed to be that sad. Like she's kind of hopeful here.
I mean, her soul's had a shit life.
Yeah, she totally has, and she like kind of looks vaguely happy, and it's just there's so much dissonance here.
Why do you think the Duke has a dead tree in his treasury? His treasury? Because that wasn't part of the original statue.
Yeah, that is true.
Also, those big thorn bushes are new.
I'm really unclear on why he decided that was something worth keeping. Okay, Effigy, get you in here. There's a clockwork in here that I want to blow up.
The heart of my half-sister? Only the flesh remains.
Boo!
Maybe Delilah's spirit
Kaboom!
is holding it together.
He was a little bit closer than I had thought he was.
I wonder who that was before they pulled the ribcage apart and strung it up.
That's a fair question.
Some dude.
Might have even been made entirely out of dogs. You don't know. Delilah's weird.
I mean, I feel like
Why would the
you'd
Duke
go
keep
for the
this
whole
old thing?
human bit if you're gonna make a sacrifice on this scale anyway. Why bother use dog bones?
I don't know.
She probably just killed a guard.
I'm going to guess that you know more about that one than I do, Rose.
Well, let's check Rose's basement.
The creepiest grin! Oh my god, that was perfect, girl.
Yes, just come in one by one. One by one is perfect.
Let's have somebody else check Rose's basement. I'll be in the car starting it up.
Yeah, no, I'm hiring a private eye for $7 an hour on that one.
Zoinks, let's get out of here. Oh, well, maybe they are too, because they're going through the wine collection.
There's not always guards down here, so I'm always a little bit pissed when there are.
Yeah, it's like,
go away. And then I
Why
show
wide?
up and punch them in the
Why
face.
wide?
Smash and grab.
That second guy would have gotten a bottle in his face if I had the strength upgrade, but I don't.
But no, you only hit women in the face with bottles.
Is this a bad time to mention he also walked right past two white guys and then smacked a black guy in the face at the beginning of this?
And he also said that.
I'm just turning everyone against Cool Guy. It's fine.
Noted subconscious racist and misogynist.
Cool Guy also implied that he doesn't need the strength upgrade to knock out women. Oh.
Oh no!
God bless it. There we go. God bless it.
Oh dear, look at how you're responsible.
They
You can't
just
get the women to do
stood
what
there
he
looking
wants.
confused while you just chuck bottles at them.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Cool Guy.
I know damn well what the context here is, bro. It's fine. So here you go. Here's the great equalizer, all right?
You're gonna
a
miss.
big old bottle of fucking chloroform, and then there's like an entire.
Oh my gosh.
Brr.
Oh my gosh.
It's a good
I
shot.
feel like people get knocked out when you throw bottles at them because they're surprised that you can't just pull like pots and pans and books and rocks out of nowhere and throw it. Like you have to find a bottle to throw it.
Yeah, that would be a damn nice thing to be able to do in this game. Just be like reach up your asshole and then pull.
I mean,
out a
everyone
rock.
else can do it.
Yes, it's just like everybody else has got the stones to do it.
The machine is experiencing
Oh, there's still a robot.
Robot.
Kill the robot.
Oh yeah, no, that's happening.
Yeah.
Tactical.
Yeah.
We're doing this tactically.
Oh my god.
It is an abomination.
You're right. It is so stupid.
That's some arf-teen as fuck.
That is. I mean, like, it's so superfluous because A, you have a zoom on your mask. B, you have a sniper weapon. It just bothers me so much. I would love to know what the like. This is one of those things. It's like I would love to know what they were thinking. Again, I would love to know what they're thinking.
If there's a Dishonored 3, I hope they have it. So if there's a dog sleeping, they're
I
having a
love
little
that
doggy dream.
And they just start woofing and moving a little bit in their
Yeah, and their little feet swiggle.
I'm sorry, I just love
The
it.
buffet is open.
I'm just the biggest disappointment of like Dishonored is that you can't like pick up that rabbit and eat it and just like two-handed.
Why is
just
it a lettuce leaf and a whole potato?
Please just put that in. Okay, in the next Dishonored.
I like how
There's
they
another
included lettuce leaf. Like
should have just been like its own little thing.
we need greens.
That's hot.
Loaf of bread, loaf of bread.
Exactly, Rose. I imagined her as Kim Kardashian in that moment.
Who serves just canned eel at their banquet? Jesus Christ.
I mean,
Luca
it doesn't
Abel.
seem like there's that huge of a variety. Eat your lettuce. Eat your lettuce. Fine.
Oh, thank God they labeled the barrel fine wine.
Be careful.
Dad looks so disappointed.
What? You hit his head really hard.
Oh my God!
Broken glass.
You gave that man the greatest
I'm
concussion.
glad you checked the pool to make sure he wasn't in it.
There was no way I was losing clean hands at this point.
Oh, you've been doing amazingly well at this point.
This is probably my 7th or 8th try on this, by the way. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. So I'm like done with this.
Oh,
level
you have
by now.
been powering through it though. It's been really impressive to watch. Even on my
Okay. Now let's see if I don't fuck this one up.
Did he get it though? What I want to know, like your bottle is blocking the view. I want to know if he's getting it in. Oh, nope.
God damn it.
Beefed
Well,
it.
that's because he was aiming at a man, not a
She gets the stun of the. She gets the sleep bolt. Okay.
Oh yeah, so great, you're just tranquilizing her.
Just slipped her the old Mickey Finn.
It's a dart roofie.
Oh no,
Guard.
Corvo, no.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you.
Mind, buddy.
They're just
Okay,
gonna go
we're done. We have cleaned this place out, at least for the most
back
part.
to the shop to rob it.
Yeah, he probably forgets. I don't really know what happened there.
I would just like everyone to go back to remember the first episode of my high chaos run of the Grand Palace, where I fell off that incredibly high place and didn't die. The cool guy roused on me like horribly about it.
I just landed on hard water.
I just want everyone to go back and remember that moment, and then come back to here again.
I had to leave that in. I knew I was gonna laugh like that out of you, Robokai. So I was just like, this has to happen.
I'm just like, did you remember that
Yes.
moment when you did that? Where you're like, oh no, I made a terrible
I
mistake.
could fucking redo this. I could fucking redo this and not make that happen. And I was just like,
And no one would ever know, but that would
nobody
never
would
be
ever
funny.
know. And I was just like, no, it kind of has to happen.
We have to wear our mistakes. It's important.
Kind of has to happen.
Oh, and there you got another room full of sassy men's.
It's fine.
Shuck them all over again.
So, Duke Luca Abel has a really big mansion, but there's not actually that many rooms. He's got like a giant dining room.
Oh, okay.
See, I just
Yeah,
want everybody to stare in awe
just
at what
tanked
just
it.
happened there.
I wasn't paying attention.
What?
Somebody's not feeling well.
Somebody's not feeling well
Also, can we
indeed.
just take a moment to imagine what that would look like from somebody else's perspective? That weird fucking slide kick into somebody's stomach.
And then just like kipping up or something like you're the goddamn Rock, and then uppercutting them in the
Like,
face.
how do you have any momentum?
You missed! You missed!
Damn it!
It was going so well before, and then you just you did the world's biggest belly flop, and now everything's just going awry. Nothing's working right.
How could you miss? He was
Yeah.
3 feet in front of you.
The game has just decided that I am not going to look cool anymore. I'm really glad that you were just like, this has been really impressive, cool guy. Yeah, the game's decided that there's enough of that going on.
Clearly, the game wasn't satisfied that you didn't violently punch that woman.
I mean,
in the
let's be
face.
honest. You had a pretty good 2-minute streak, but
No, it's not cool guy. It's the game.
2 minutes. Try 20. I've been doing fine. This is me being defensive and churlish.
Churros.
Oh dear.
You can do it.
Okay, this
Oh,
time. This time I'm gonna wait. Yeah. You see me just shaking my head out.
Billy did it again.
Well, I mean, Corvo was shouting underwater like I'd done it again.
Yeah, he definitely was.
There was a scream in the background.
I've never heard Corvo yell before like that. It's really weird. I don't even remember it happening when school jumped out the window that one time at the very beginning.
It wouldn't have been because I wasn't Corvo.
Oh, that's right. But I didn't hear Emily scream
It
either.
didn't happen when I did Fateful or Fearless Fall in.
Well,
I don't think I've ever heard Emily scream. Anyway, these people are now.
didn't you already punch them out?
Oh, yeah, of course. Punch the guy who looks vaguely aged at first. Yeah, that's fine.
He was more.
Oh, it was more convenient. Okay, I'm stopping now.
Let's see what this says.
Oh dear. Look at all that stuff you can't use.
Yeah, one that I can't even pick up. I would pick it up anyway, just for the principle of it.
I'm amazed. I'm amazed there was no system to just sell stuff you didn't want.
Pick up and deliver goods. Anyway.
I have never thought to do that before myself. And
I am so happy.
so just because you could just see Corvo just picking up, pick up, drop.
Yeah, this one feels right.
It says.
And there he goes, stealing the guy's.
It's fine. Oh no, I'm not done yet.
Oh,
He's still
no.
got my 5 cents.
Oh, you asshole.
And he's
He's a beggar.
Yeah? And I want my 5 cents.
he's not begging hard enough. He'll forget about it. It's fine. That was touching his butt.
Walk away.
What? Why did you do that?
I mean, okay, that was nice by your standards, but that's.
By my standards.
Okay, now we're starting to get to the realm of what was the point of that?
He's
It was.
He'll be back.
I didn't even bother chasing that other guy. It's just
You just were like, okay, I got a few things I still need to clean up here, but first I'm going to smash this dude's face.
and then throw their bottle of wine into a
I
window.
think clean hands is starting to get to cool guy.
Yeah, it's just like.
Yes, Corvo. I see you have taken lots of Circone wine right now.
And it's like, oh right, I need to buy this thing before I run in there and beat the unholy hell out of his face.
He takes a minute to open the door, alright? It's fine.
Oh, you were speed running it. Okay.
By the way, those explosive cluster bullets are just as much a threat to you as they are to anybody else.
I love
That's
it.
why they're so amazing.
Who sword?
Oh my god.
Why?
Okay, which sword?
That sword. I'm just turning to the audience and giving bigger points for that one.
I mean, that was basically who's on first, and I'm fine with that, bro.
Oh, you don't need any of that stuff looted.
Yeah, no, I have a habit of going through just to make sure I'm not missing anything.
Yeah, no, that's alright. I take 100 years to go through any menu in this game and any other game as well. I sit there just going,
So unnecessary.
Honestly, if I would have made this thing a little bit cleaner, yes, that dude's face was.
Don't even
amazing.
need that. I'm taking this piece of paper.
If I had made this entire thing a little bit quicker and cleaner, I could have gotten through here in probably another 5 to 7 minutes. But I'm still like twice as fast as you are, so you know
yeah,
whatever.
no, like what you've done in 55 minutes. What took me twice that. He's just leaving it. He's been defeated, ladies and gentlemen. Winner and still champion cash register.
That's like the equivalent of giving your...
The best thing is the cash register rings its own
Can't
bell
even.
too, and just goes ding 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 at the end of the match.
Robbing the whole shop and then leaving like a 1 gold piece is the equivalent of like leaving your server the 2 pennies after it adds up to $9.98.
I'm like the world's worst tipper.
It's like when someone like says something and then immediately fucks up in an online game and then just leaves the server. I do like that fountain.
No.
Okay, so
No, he's forgotten a rune and a bone charm.
Somebody's not feeling well.
finally relax. Oh no, wait! I've forgotten a bunch
Hello.
of collectibles.
Hello. Hi.
Hello?
Hi.
Oh, ow.
I can't believe I forgot to pick that damn thing up when I was here earlier.
Oof. I guess someone pissed the Duke off.
Well, that guy is supposed to be there as a hint that hey, there's a damn what do you call it? Tesla coil in here.
Yeah.
Only not Tesla coil, Sokolov coil.
Really? Because like there's a spray of blood, and the Tesla coil reduces you to ash. So I don't know. Like I was always under the impression that like he pissed the Duke off, and the Duke just had him killed, and then was like, "Somebody clean this mess up."
Yeah,
But
because there's a gun. There's
Yeah.
a pistol sitting right
Yeah,
on the
it's
throne,
right.
so I assumed that he got shot.
When I first played this game, I was like, well, how did he die? And then I looked around and I saw the Tesla coil, and I was just like, that's
yeah,
a reason.
cool guy is not CSI. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not CSI.
He's not even CS:GO.
How about you leave me alone?
Arc Pylon thought he was a friend until suddenly he made the Duke mad, and then all of a sudden the Arc Pylon thought he wasn't a friend anymore? That doesn't make any sense.
Look, man, don't question the Arc Pylon. The Arc Pylon knows all.
I'm a little bit relieved that nobody is commenting on that massive series of whiffs right
Look,
there.
I'm going to give that one to the thread. Post your favorite mean comment about cool guy whiffing that one really badly, along with the conspiracy theory and the abuse against women.
And
count.
black people.
Actually, yes, somebody do count, please.
Fine.
It's important to know.
You're just gonna keep bringing it up with him every chance you can.
I will say, in one of my runs, I tried to blow these up with explosive cluster bullets. I killed myself every single time. I went through here 3 times, fucking killed myself every single time. It wasn't really that funny to watch because like it basically just blew back at me, and there wasn't really
That's
anything
amazing.
to see, so I didn't leave it in. But killed myself every single time.
That is impressive technology. But I suppose that's just how the development of explosives tends to lead us to a lot of missing hands for a long time,
and fingers and noses and eyes and ears.
and most importantly, a lot of burned eyebrows.
I was just about to say the next time he checks the pause menu portrait, Corvo doesn't have eyebrows.
Oh, he's doing it again, Corvo,
Another underwater shout for you.
Clown.
fucking clown.
It's
That
fine.
should do it.
I've got this all
That
under
should do it.
control. P.S. I remembered just as I was doing that I forgot to do one very important thing.
Okay.
It's very important.
We're all watching it like bated breath at this point. This is
Oh yeah, the microphone.
You've set high
I'm Duke Luca Bell, and I just woke up,
yep. Okay.
and I'm amazed I made it down these stairs. Cause have you seen how much wine I have?
People of Karnaka, this is Corvo Atano, royal protector for your rightful ruler, Empress Emily.
I was like
Corvo.
trying to do a dramatic reading
I'm
here
here
with
in the
Corvo,
city of
so
my
you
birth to
see
set
my head
things
going
right
around.
with the
It's
Duke of
like
Sarkonos,
he's
Luca
making a
Abel,
bunch of
who has
hand
been
gestures or
deceived
whatever
by the
while he's saying
pretender to
this.
the imperial
You should
throne.
have picked up Duke
Delilah
Luca Abel's
Copper
body and
Spoon.
like slung it over the microphone, and then you could talk
Bell
into
and
his
I are
butt.
old friends.
Dude, I'm really sad I didn't think of that.
I'm really sad I didn't think of that.
I'm Sarkonos.
Seriously, what's wrong with you, girl? You gotta come up with these things at
I will
game
leave
time.
you and return to Dunwall. But know this. We have parleyed, and the Duke now understands the crisis in full. My hope
We had a
is to
nice
restore
talk.
your true
So yeah,
efforts
if
to
you
the throne
if you
with
replace
haste.
the
I bid
Duke,
you farewell,
Corvo basically
and
just
ask
plays
you
it
to
off as
maintain
I'm
your
actually
faith
really good friends with the
loyalty
Duke,
to the
and he just didn't
Empire.
know what was going on.
Very convincing.
Every freaking person in Karnaka basically just makes the wanking motion in unison.
Everyone's like, duh, he probably just hit the guy in the head with a bottle a few times. Everyone knows it's Corvo just running around glassing
Now, can
everybody.
someone get in here and burn this orgy bed?
Oh, we can have another yell.
There you go. You got another yell.
Never heard it before. Now we get 3 yells. Hi, Megan.
So,
This
is
is
that
like
it?
the most awkward
The
way
fall
she's
of
ever looked at a
The Duke's
person.
had a change of heart. Things are shifting.
Back to the
The
dreadful
fall
way.
of Karnaka.
And on
More like the
toward
rise of
tomorrow.
Karnaka.
It looks that way.
I'm disappointed at the
Find a
lack
way
of
to help Emily,
the lack
and
of
give her
modified
back the
dialogue.
throne,
Ready then?
Let's get the hell out of here.
If you are.
All right. As you want.
Wow, total 0 lethality. That is
Still clean hands.
amazing.
I've only got one more level.